A friend of mine recently set up a clothing business in the UAE and he was trying to register the name as a trademark, and he commented to me to say, Jayshree, oh my God, this is so complicated and it's so expensive. So let's break this down, guys. There are three types of intellectual property that could potentially affect your business. Number one, trademarks. Number two, copyright. And number three, patents. Let's talk about trademarks in today's video. A trademark is a name or a slogan or a particular logo associated with your name, or it could also be a jingle that's associated with your brand. So for example, for me, I'm the in-house company or Think, and I have a logo associated with my name and my company name. So basically, I would register these in a classification, and there's an international classification of lists of services as well as goods. So I would be in the legal services or business consulting and that kind of registration. And my friend who has a clothing business would be in garments and clothing accessories and that kind of thing. So that's why sometimes you see the same name, but it appears in different guises and in different industries, because technically you are allowed to register a trademark in a particular international classification that may be very similar to what someone has done in another classification. But for me, I'm legal services, so obviously I can't register as a shoemaker or a retailer. Now, at the risk of revealing my beauty secrets, let's talk about a few world famous trademarks. For example, Dior. Dior is obviously registered in leather goods and many other makeup, perfumes, etc., etc. Let's talk about Hermes. Here is Kelly Kalash, one of my favorites. So Hermes would have registered their name as well as their perfume brand name, etc., because obviously it's a world famous brand. And then let's talk about one of my favorites, Louis Vuitton, and its amazing products and its very distinctive LV logo. And some other lesser known brands, say for example, Makeup by Patrick Ta, which is an up and coming perfume brand. Now, all of these brands are subject to being copied all over the world. And it is true, you do need to register your trademark in the class, in the country where you are either selling your services or your goods. Now, it's important also that you understand that every trademark registration is country specific, but there is sort of a global international convention called the Madrid Protocol, where many countries are members, and therefore if you have a home registration, which I always recommend, you can go to Madrid Protocol countries, and it helps you effectively understand and allow you to do a single registration in all these different countries, where you then pay a fee per country and you can register in all the countries of interest. So I always recommend, if you are selling your products and services in the UAE or the GCC, you do need to consider spending that money and registering it. Obviously, the global and the famous brands I've talked about, Apple, Amazon, Google, product brands like Louis Vuitton and the house of Louis Vuitton that has so many different brands, would have to spend a considerable amount of time and money registering. Now, the other thing is, when you sell your business, the trademark doesn't automatically move as part of the sale and purchase agreement or the asset sale agreement that you did. You have to specifically assign the trademark that you might have registered in your name to the business that you are selling to, and the ownership of that trademark needs to be changed. Trademark registrations are generally valid for 10 years, and you do have to pay money again to register them or re-register them or renew them, as we say. So here you go, trademark registration, really important to protect your business, to protect your brand, to protect your logo in the class of your business or your services. Thank you so much for watching Think Tank this week.